Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hello, regulars.
Top of the morning to y'all.
Top of the morning to you. Is that an Irish thing or is that a British thing?
I'm choosing it to be Irish today.
No matter, we're American when, that's how it is.
Yeah, that does make me kind of just feel bad. I should know where top of the morning comes from, but I do believe it's
The
Irish.
British Isles. Sorry, anybody that's Irish descent.
Well, not sorry. It's just, just admitting our ignorance a little bit.
Somebody's going to have to let us know.
We don't mean it offensively if I just judge, but we are a little bit ignorant. We should probably
we'll make up for it.
Freshen up on that a little bit.
We'll make up for it.
Absolutely.
We had a good morning.
We'll make up for it. Yeah, we have. We've had an adventurous morning, Only in a small town can you go out for, a traditional Irish pub type breakfast and have friends buying you shots of Jameson first thing in the morning. So
9 a.m. Let's do it. We're both fun employed still, so
yes. So we
might as well make the most of it.
I did just say a little prayer of gratitude. Like, how often could I really be able to enjoy something like that? Normally I'd be like, oh, here you go, honey, you're drinking for two today.
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to just enjoy the generosity of a friend, whether it's through a shot or whether it's a baked good or whatever that
Or a cup of coffee or whatever.
Yeah, just relaxing and enjoying a morning with getting to catch up with a friend. We actually talked about him a couple days ago on our podcast series. So
we did.
You're grabbing the shaker. So
yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So it's St. Patrick's Day, so we're gonna have proper Irish coffees.
Proper
Irish coffee isn't just coffee with Baileys in it, although that is delicious. I had some this morning.
I was saying, me too.
Yeah, I mean, Irish coffee goes back to 1943 in Limerick County, Ireland.
Okay.
At a Air Force base of some sorts for some wary travelers, and was introduced into the United States in San Francisco in 1952 at the Buena Vista Cafe. So, and they've been making it that way ever since. So traditionally, it's dark brewed coffee, a little bit of brown sugar, Irish whiskey that you measure with your heart, not a jigger, at least in my experience, and then fresh whipped cream, and we're going to shake it and dump it live, and hopefully you don't make a giant mess.
Do I get to pour the spirits and you do the shaking?
You get to pour the spirits. Woo! So you're going to we already have the brown sugar in the cup. I know we said we're going to do this at the end, but we thought maybe we do it at the beginning and see how it goes.
Well, it's St. Patrick's Day, so we're going to get started.
And I'm sorry if I'm a little stuffy. I've got something going on right now, so.
Way to go. How dare you.
I know. I'm sick, so.
Okay, so we've got our beautiful cups with brown sugar in the bottom.
And our spoon, thank you, Lisa.
Yes.
Our Harry Potter spoon.
Accio coffee.
Yes, so.
All right. Do-do-do-do. Ooh, did you hear the cork pop? It wasn't very loud. Do you want me to do it again?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
There it is.
A little bit better.
You're welcome, Ken.
Measuring with our hearts. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Does that look like enough, honey?
Sure.
Does that look?
I'd say we just killed the bottle between the two of us.
Oh, shoot.
We're using Bushmills 10 year today.
It's a good Irish coffee.
It's going to make a good Irish coffee.
We were going to do Jameson Black. That's usually my go-to for Jameson, or for any type of an Irish whiskey. I just kind of love the Jameson Black.
It's really incredible that I'm like, we've had that bottle for over 2 years, I feel like, at your house. And there's probably not much left in it. We're going to have to stop and get some. We got here, back from breakfast. There's not much in it.
But we did have
But we did. We have Bushmills 10.
Or should we leave it on the table?
I think we could leave it on the table.
What if I put it on top of the...
Oh, boy.
Are you pouring the coffee?
I guess so. If you guys like that move.
Ooh, so hand mix, it's just heavy cream that was in your shaker, right?
Just heavy cream, yep. And just hand shake until it's pourable. I went a little over, but we're going to want it to look nice the entire time, so... Presentation are things.
Yeah. The details. Small details matter. Do you want me to stir yours? You can start with mine, my love.
I would love that.
Okay.
As you guys can see, we've got our coffee maker joining us this morning. One of the 12 coffee making devices I think we have.
We have a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. But there are worse things in life than... We enjoy coffee, the flavors, the different complexities, the different origins. We should do a podcast on coffee.
We should. We should have a coffee guy on. Like Neil.
Oh, yes. Nigel!
Neil is also our wine merchant. One of the wine merchants. I'm going to use that spoon.
That tastes yummy. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to use it to scoop some cream. As I went a little...
I'm so excited, guys. I haven't had this in several years.
Oh, my. See the way that flew off there?
I did.
It's ready to be in your Irish coffee. So normally you'd be able to pour this out of the shaker. Guess I'm feeling strong this morning.
Yeah, your man muscles are...
Rawr. Must be the Sudafed. That's why it's banned from the Olympics.
Aww. Look at it. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging out up there.
So
it's like marshmallow fluff.
it is, and it's just, there's not much sweetness to it because it's just whipping cream that you shook. I mean, you can whip it too with a whipper.
Well, the sweetness is mixed in with the brown sugar and the coffee, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I like the flavor of cream. Like my favorite ice cream at Cold Stone is sweet cream.
Yeah.
Do you want that?
No, I'll let you lick it. It's your favorite.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna put that right there, and these off to the side. For you eagle-eyed viewers out there, you may see that our microphone mounts are here.
Yeah.
So.
And our mixed board. I'm so excited.
I think by episode 6 or 7 we'll be on pod mics, so that's exciting.
Here we go. All right, the Irish coffee, the true Irish. Can I be like the critic?
You can try.
No, it is actually quite fantastic to be able to have something that's got all kinds of complex flavors, a little bit of sweetness going through that cream on the top.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we have some locally roasted light blonde coffee.
Did you know that blonde coffee roast has more caffeine in it than like a dark roast?
I didn't know that actually, because there was a time that I worked for a coffee roaster.
Wow. A little fun piece of trivia for you, all our viewers out there, to be able to now know that the blondes do have more fun because they have more caffeine in it, right?
Yes, but you're brunette.
Oh, I have accents of
You
blonde.
corrected me one time. I said blonde-ish or something, and I got corrected so fast.
I'm a brunette. Well, it depends on the day.
Yes, so.
I'm consistently inconsistent.
Well, we have Irish coffee.
We do.
We have St. Patrick's Day. We've had breakfast.
We have had breakfast. Full bellies, full hearts. Getting to be around people that we love. Getting to be around each other.
Absolutely.
I mean, when's the last time that we actually got to spend St. Patrick's Day together? Like, spend the day together.
7 years ago. When you and I wore the same shirt unknowingly.
Yeah, but we didn't spend the day together.
No, we didn't, but I don't think we've ever.
That's a fun story.
It is a fun story.
My friend Lisa, she's just one of those out there personalities that you just go with the flow with Lisa. Like,
she's the one that got us the spoon.
Yes. And it was St. Patrick's Day, and in my previous marriage, we were going to go out for drinks because we had heard that there was a Lucky Charms shot at the tap room, one of my favorite places. And
that was my place. What was that shot?
It was Bailey's with a bunch of Lucky Charm marshmallows on top. Yep.
So you have to swallow the liquid and chew the marshmallows.
It was a unique experience. But by the end of that day, because we spent a few hours there, I think we had gone to the Irish pub restaurant, and then we went to tap room to have the Lucky Charm shots. And, we went for Jell-O shots, but you guys were sold out of Jell-O shots.
It was Sunday, because we had St. Patrick's Day weekend prior to that. And normally we weren't open on Sundays, but I decided that year for St. Patrick's Day falling on a Sunday, we should actually be open.
Why not?
And I think I opened at 11 or 1 or something like that, so...
Yep, and we were there. Again, safe place. We could play games, do whatever. But Lisa, in true fashion, came over, and me just, like, I would have done something like this. I'm not usually an over-the-top person unless it's like a theme party, and then I can get, a little crazy. Or
like
Community
the picture
Rocks.
Of us, yeah, Community Rocks, or the picture of us with at the Kentucky Derby parties, where we go a little wild, so...
Well, where John wears my big floppy hat, and I get to wear his taupe hat.
That was after a couple bourbons. So it goes.
Yeah, so anyways, Lisa's like, nope, you can't wear what you normally wear. Yeah, you have to wear one of my shirts. So, she gave me an option of like 5 different shirts because it's Lisa and she had 5 different St. Patrick's Day shirts. She's also has Irish heritage, so she's very proud, as she should be. And so I got to pick from one of 5 shirts that she wasn't wearing, and the one I picked just happened to be the one that the owner of the bar was wearing.
That's me.
That was John. And so we took a picture. Gosh, we look so young in that picture.
We do. It was our first picture together.
And
that we found
I think I
years
posted
later.
it on Facebook, like, who wore it better? And, of course, I did the ducky lips, and John's, like, voguing, and, anyways.
Just, like, chin on hand, and
Yeah.
you got duck lips, and
Yeah,
it was
just
me.
doing our thing. It was you.
No.
You did wear it better.
I mean,
You
according to
modeled
you.
it better.
I did. I brought the heat.
You did bring the
You
heat.
wore it way better.
I had a white, like, cardigan that matched. Because, again, this is... I'm not really a boom in your face kind of person, so...
We had a good time.
We did. So, yeah, 7 years ago, St. Patrick's Day, and you did not have this delicious Irish coffee. Otherwise, I probably would have had several of those. But
Yeah.
I think by the end, it was funny because we had people there that we knew, and by the end, I was pouring the Lucky Charm shots for people and going way overboard with the marshmallows because at that point, I mean, marshmallows were the best part for me.
Yeah, absolutely. You get those little cereal marshmallows in there, and
Yeah. So
they're kind of the best.
They
you know,
are.
when you really reach adult, when you realize you can order a 5-pound bag of those on the internet.
Yeah, no
Just
more
like going to the grocery store and getting a birthday cake. Like, they don't make you show any ID. You can just get a cake.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be your birthday.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
can
have to be
just buy a
anybody's
cake.
birthday. You just buy a cake. Just be like, I want a birthday cake.
As a kid, though, you think, like, hang on, only get birthday cake on birthdays.
You have to hit, like, the adult. And I think that's when you truly become an adult, is you can do whatever you want. You want to eat a jar of frosting for
Go
breakfast?
For it. Full send?
You sure can. There's going to be consequences from it.
For sure.
But you sure could.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are we talking about today? It's St. Patrick's Day. We have coffee. We're already, I'd say I'm a little lubed up from a Guinness, a shot, and a Bailey's and coffee at the restaurant.
Well, good. I'm glad you're feeling all kinds of loose, hopefully.
I'm wearing some sort of green.
It's a beautiful green shirt,
Thank
actually.
you. It's green and
You
gold.
kind of blend in with the wall a little bit, not
do.
gonna lie.
Anybody see me? I'm just floating head.
You're a floating head, babe.
It's probably the alcohol.
Oh, goodness. Well, full disclosure, we are absolutely not intoxicated.
No, not at all. So,
No matter
but I do have a Guinness and, a shot in me. So, but I mean that was hours ago. So.
Yeah, it's taken a little while to record, babe. But yeah, we're going to be talking on this podcast a little bit more about digging deeper into the wedding tour. Yesterday, or I shouldn't say yesterday, but the last episode.
We covered roots.
Yep.
Now we're going to pick one of the three from the Western tour, or the Western segment.
I think that we can, talk a little bit about all three, or do you want to do?
I think each one probably needs its own episode. Because I know, like, Arizona, which we'll probably cover today, is an episode in itself. Maybe Vegas and Salt Lake can be combined, but Arizona deserves its own episode.
Yeah. Well, and, I feel bad because I feel like a lot of the places that we're going to are mostly, my backstory. But it does make it really, really fun for John to be able to see live action, like how I get excited and I do this. This is one of my dearest and most oldest friends. She does this. Or when I get excited and I slap him. Just little ticks that make me me, but also, they come from the influence of somebody else in my life. So jumping straight into Arizona. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So my senior year of high school, moved to Arizona.
From Utah, correct?
From Utah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And so I had to move. I think we touched a little bit on it. Going to a new high school. They didn't have an orchestra program, leaving my boyfriend, all the fun adventures that come with
Sorry, bro.
moving your senior year of high school. And, growing up with an LDS background. I ended up getting married at 18. I did all the things that I was supposed to do. And not to make digs at that particular choice. It's just, there's differences within life. As you mature and grow older, your relationship and your walk looks a little bit different than it did when you were, say, 18 years old. But yeah, got married very young, quickly divorced after that, and started my adulting. I was working at Outback Steakhouse. I did the whole hosting thing in high school, then did takeaway, and then you get old enough to 19, you can start serving. And so I had worked my way up through that while in conjunction doing the dental assisting program through Rio Salado College. And
I've seen your school ID.
You have seen my school ID.
Just as cute then as you are now. Maybe even better.
A few less gray hairs and wrinkles and maybe not so much of a double chin.
I think you're still beautiful.
But yeah, so internship, we talked about my career, working at this continuing education center, and that's where I met my really good friend. Having, being so young, needed a roommate, and so her and I had she started working there probably about 6 months after I did. and we became fast friends. We would carpool together, and then we started living together. We got a 2-bedroom apartment, and had all kinds of fun, just, early 20s adventures. Up until that point, I had never actually had alcohol or tasted libations. I think I was 22 before I had alcohol, and on my 21st birthday, we actually all went out together, and she was my Proxy drinker, and she drank everything that I had ever wanted to drink or try or heard of, and poor girl was super sick.
But you weren't.
I was not.
Go
Not
for you.
until, probably a couple of, like a year later, we went out to dinner with some vendors from the company, and had a fancy dinner. I had my first taste of foie gras. I had a petite filet with foie gras on top, and then decided that would be the night that I wanted to give myself alcohol poisoning and be throwing up said foie gras.
That's got to be a great taste.
Oh, I don't think to this day. I think that if I tried it again, I would.
What's worse,
Have
foie
traumatic
gras
memories.
or pizza? Because we talked about pizza this morning, coming back up.
Yeah, I definitely would have to say the foie gras. I've done both.
I would
actually.
imagine, yep.
And not because of drinking. I had a difficult pregnancy, and so
Pizza came back up.
all the time. all
Return
the time.
ticket.
Yep. Just a little bit more acidic. That pizza sauce just gets a little more acidity.
Oh, you are preaching to the choir over here.
But yeah, so me and my friend, she's quite the person, and at that time too, my family had moved on, and they moved actually back to Utah. So I was freshly divorced and young and making decisions in life that don't necessarily regret. My life definitely went in a different trajectory, but that was my family. They were the family that I got to choose, and I remember very distinctly she had a younger sister who had a little one, and we would be playing Mario together. I remember Pinocchio was his favorite movie at the time, and we'd tuck like a towel. He loved dinosaurs, so I'd tuck a towel in his diaper, and I'd tie one around myself, and we'd pretend to be dinosaurs. And Boston Market was a big thing back then, and so what little money we had, we would somehow always find money to go to Boston Market.
It's always Boston Market money.
Take it back to mom and dad's house, and it was this very comfortable, it was not grand, like huge scale, but we all would fit there comfortably, and it was home. It was the people were there that mattered, and the way that they made you feel. Like this family, other than me working with their daughter, they didn't know me at all. And they trusted her, so they trusted me, and they have become some of the most influential people in my life. To this day, there are just practices, there are things that I do without even realizing it that stem from them, the light that they are. Her dad was just, he was a funny guy, but, he was one of those guys that when he talked, you listened, and he always had something positive to share with you. Kind of like John in that sense. I mean, John's a little bit more outspoken, but, adding positivity to your life, and, from Papa Artiega, like, I can identify characteristics of, like, that's something that I saw and identified. He loved his wife. She's not passed, so he still loves his wife. But, just did things to take care of her where she was at. It wouldn't always be like grandiose things, but she was always provided for, and he loved her very much. And so being able to see that, gave me that yearning for, okay, that's what I identify. That's what I want in a marriage.
Well, that's where love lives. Like,
Right.
real, true love lives in the little unspoken, unseen things every day, not these grand adventures or you treat your spouse like shit for 360 days a year, and then you go on a week-long vacation, and everything's okay.
Right. It's not that perceived, the Pinterest-worthy marriages per se. It's the living day in, day out, and supporting their family too. I mean, they have a son and 2 daughters, and then supporting their daughters through growing up too, but they didn't do it in that helicopter way. It was, you got to live your life experiences, and there are consequences to choices, but you always have a place here. You always have a home to come back to. And to this day, I go into their homes, and it's home. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's something that I've always strived for, in my home. Having people over, and the people that are around me are the folks that get to be in that inner circle. Because I heard it once said to me that you can have a lot of friends, but there are to have good friends, you have to be a good friend. In that element of life, like we were kind of all each other had. At least they were all that I had. And so I was able to put all of my energy and focus into them. Didn't have a significant other, and that was my family. But as you get older, you've got your tier A friends. You can maybe have one really, really good close friend, and then your significant other. But and if you're a mom too, you've got your attention divided. So you can really, you can have a bunch of class B friends, class C friends, class D friends, and it just keeps getting broader and broader. But at that point in time, they were my everything, and they taught me so much. They got me through so much. There are definitely decisions that were made that I, to this day, look back on. I'm like, oof, I really wish that I would have done things differently. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter how or what decisions I made. They were there. They loved me. They supported me. Unconditional. So that was kind of my first, other than my mom, that was my first adult experience of unconditional love. Didn't matter which choices I made. They were there to support me. Their mom's house always had a couch, and we could, at that time, I think Vampire Diaries was huge. Pretty Little Liars, those types of shows. We would sit and we'd binge, and we didn't have money for internet at our little apartment. We had money for Boston Market, but not
the internet.
Not the internet. So we'd go to mom's house, mom and dad's, and just enjoy the luxurious life per se, and the openness.
Relative luxury, right?
Correct. Yeah. And as time passes, Gail she started dating the man that she's married to now. And we got to see that, love story unfold. And I myself, ended up with my first apartment all by myself. Had some friends, as men come into relationships, that becomes, again, their focus, as it should. So I had some other church friends that I had met, and she was a blogger at the time. And then, her and her family kind of adopted me into their Sunday routines. I'd always go over for Sunday night dinner. We'd play board games, and just get to spend good quality time together. And she's an incredible hostess. She would do all of the small detail things for hosting parties. Halloween parties were her favorite. And so, she'd always have fun little presentations, different themes every year. And got to be really good friends with them as well. And a lot of my growing up, I would say, happened in Arizona, and led me to you, and being able to identify in you the things that I had seen then that truly meant something to me, at least. So that's kind of a quick synopsis of the Arizona portion of the tour.
Or why we're going to Arizona.
Yes.
And what's
kind of our
in Arizona. The why. Not necessarily what we're going to be doing in Arizona.
Yeah, that's going to be a surprise. Actually, it just came together this week.
Yes, I think we can talk a little bit about what the after ceremony looks like. I think maybe we keep the ceremony reveal for the clips, the docuseries, the after and during cast, because we're going to be shooting content in the car.
That's right. Okay. So
off of this camera, that one, and these mics.
Yeah.
Because we won't be able to put the pod mics in the car.
We could try, but I just don't think that it would maybe work very well.
Probably not. We'd have to hold them.
I don't want to do that.
We can hold these.
We can clip them to our shirt, too.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be driving, so.
You probably need to clip it to your shirt there, honey.
Or the visor or somewhere.
So the after party, it's going to be unique to me specifically, and giving John a little, blast into my past. It's when you're in a relationship, sometimes it's really hard to hear about past experiences, and that's something that comes with time. But I wanted to give John a special gift of being able to step into 17-year-old Keisha, probably 16-year-old Keisha at the time. So
I probably would have been into her.
You would have?
I think so.
I probably would have been into you too.
Well, I hope so. If not, at least in your 20s for sure.
So
See this cute lady and be like, I don't drink wine. And be like, I can fix her.
I
No,
can
do
do
not
that.
start with Malort, John. Do not start with a Malort.
Yes, never start with Malort.
Or Fernet.
Or
Be like,
Fernet.
I'll make you a classic daiquiri.
You know what really got me sold? Just little segue. What really got me sold on Fernet was when you told me it's the bartender's handshake.
It is.
I was like, heck yeah!
Outside of Chicago.
I can be a cool person. I mean, I just shot Fernet with the bartender. We're cool, and it's fun. Actually, we experimented that in Disney. We were at Epcot, and we decided to drink around the world with some dear friends. Again, Lisa was one of them.
Lisa and Kaylee and
And
me and you. No?
we went. I think it was in Italy.
It was in Italy, and I walked in and ordered 4 shots of Fernet. And
And we
guys
were
like,
the bartender's best friend. Like,
Oh, you know. Like,
yeah. I think that's the highest ticketed Fernet that we've ever purchased. But
I don't know.
for the lore, do it for the lore, right?
Do it for the lore.
So back to letting John into a little bit of my past. My dad's job was fixing to move him to Phoenix, and so he had taken my brother and I and my stepmom to Phoenix. Just staying at a hotel. It was our vacation, but really it was one of those let's see what everyone thinks of the area before committing to move for my job. And so we'd stayed at this hotel, and I found all of these brochures in the lobby, and one of them was for the Wildlife Park Zoo, which is in Litchfield Park area. And then the other one was for Amazing Jake's, which is all the way across the city in Mesa. It's not called Amazing Jake's anymore. But that's going to be, we kind of played back and forth. We're like, man, should we do the Wild Park Natural Zoo or the Wild Park Zoo, and then they have this amazing restaurant that serves barbecue food next to it, and they have like a big old aquarium. It's just a fun experience. Or do we do Amazing Jake's? And I kind of let John pick on that one. So we're going to go to Amazing Jake's.
Yes, because it's air conditioned and it's going to be June.
And because
it's one of the main
because
reasons.
it's one of the first stops, and we probably shouldn't get super sunburned.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be looking like lobsters through Vegas and Salt Lake.
Yeah, but so
unless we reverse it, we can go to Phoenix last and we have a week of recovery.
We're
Just
not
saying.
doing that.
Okay.
But
we're not doing that, folks.
Keisha
She has
so
spoken.
says.
I feel like we need a gavel. Like I've spoken.
But yeah, so we're gonna have our ceremony, and then for our reception, I don't know that Amazing Jake's has ever, or what is it called, Jake's
Unlimited, I think. I don't know. It's something.
Yeah.
You Phoenix folks can let us know in the comments. So.
Yeah, but we're gonna.
And if you happen to be there and see a person in a wedding dress that's not me, I'll be in a suit.
Yes, you will be.
We talked about suits last night. I'm going to be navy blue, but we're going to change my tie and my shirt every time, I think.
I think we should.
And my
just
pocket
because
square?
I'm going to be wearing, different wedding dresses and.
Yeah, why buy 9? Why buy one wedding dress when you can buy 9?
Well,
the one room's turned into a bridal shop.
Yeah, it has. I mean, it's got all the different wedding, but truth being told, like we had the dream wedding picked out and figured out, and the dress was. I mean, I put a deposit down on the dress at least.
It was gorgeous. But, like, if you're going to have 9 weddings, you might as well have 9 dresses. Like, we could have every wedding that we've ever maybe thought we wanted and ones that maybe we didn't even know we wanted.
Well, and
until we got into it.
And now, I mean, I don't want to take away from the bridal industry either because, I mean, especially here in our small town, they're a staple, and I wanted to be able to support them. And
We're still getting my suit there.
Yes, we are.
And the shirts.
The amount of money that I was spending on one dress that would not make it. I mean, it was big, fluffy, princess, beautiful, but it also is not reasonable to travel to 9 different places and have the whole backseat filled with my wedding dress.
Well, and I'm just not sure that, like, it's a quality dress made by a nice designer, but I'm not sure that it would make through 9
the adventures that we're going on, I
it's
mean.
definitely not going to make it through Wisconsin.
Yeah, so we're having, like John said, every wedding that we could possibly think of, and you can find really good, you can find used wedding dresses, you can find sales, like off-the-rack type dresses, and get to have a little bit of fun style.
Yeah, and like something happens to it during one of our weddings, it's not the end of the world.
Correct. When I spill that salsa at the Mexican restaurant, it's not going to be the end of the world.
The most special one will be if you can actually, get the one from the cleaners from your grandma that your great-great-grandma made.
Yeah, it would be my great-great-grandma, for sure.
So if we can get it altered, that will be the special dress.
Yes. Well, I just, need to, sorry, babe, I got to get a boob job before the wedding.
Sure, we can
doesn't
go
know
to a
what
big box
say.
store and get like 2 Nerf balls. And cut them in half or just one.
Balloons filled with pudding. I mean, there's all kinds of hacks.
That's a snack for me then.
Here you go, honey.
One's Jello, one's pudding. As long as it's not buttercream frosting.
Right.
Get
Gives you
super wicked
heartburn.
heartburn from that. So
Yeah, but that would be amazing if we could, for sure.
yeah, so 9 dresses,
Yeah.
9 weddings, 1 suit for well, probably 2 suits for me because the one's gonna get trashed.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
We'll talk with Deb and see what she can come up with. And
She's got some really cool shirts. When I bartended her wedding, I really like the shirts that she's developed. I think they're available nationally. We'll have to chat with her. And on her website, you can order them. They're really nice, like a dry, cool fit material, stretchy,
Well, and
like
she
4-way
also-
stretch. Like I worked for her. I sold tuxes for a while. Like I said, the origin story we had of me, like we didn't even touch on like me being a college mascot or a radio DJ or there's a whole bunch of other like things that I've done.
for sure.
The lore of
Yeah.
John. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're looking forward to Arizona. Like I'm pretty excited to meet Gail.
Yes.
I mean, I've met her virtually.
Yes, he hasn't met her in person yet, but she is truly.
She was in the bar one time, though, right? Did you bring her to the bar ever?
Nope.
She did not come to the bar then.
Nope. The only bar that I went to with her was when we brought her to North Dakota and took her to Medora.
Ah,
And I took her horseback riding. That was. We need to get her as a guest on the podcast so that she can talk about
zoom her in.
this sweet little. I mean, and she's the best, but she's has Mexican heritage family. But we went to, I remember very specifically, Chipotle one time, and she's like, "What's queso?" I'm like, Gail, your last name. Like, whoa, hang on a second. So it's fun. She's just a city girl coming to North Dakota, and putting her on a horse was an experience. And she's like 5 foot. She's just this cute little petite, amazing lady. And putting her on a horse was an adventure in and of itself in Medora, North Dakota. So.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, sure. Don't you know?
Boy, you're.
My North Dakota's showing.
Yep, it sure is.
But yeah, that's going to be the Arizona tour, or the Arizona wedding ceremonies, and
I'm really excited for the ceremony.
spending time together with these folks. Going back to the amusement center. It's got all kinds of different types of food, so it's kind of like a buffet, and we're of course going to play laser tag. I'm going to have to. I'm going to put you on blast.
What?
We're going to play laser tag, and John.
We took the kids to a local entertainment center
Yes.
6-7 months ago, and we play laser tag there.
Yes.
Every
we
time
love it. Yes.
we go there, we love.
We'll
what
do
they
parents
and-
versus kids.
Yeah, or boys versus girls.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good time. But this one time,
John and I were playing.
against each other. I think it was girls versus boys. It had to be.
I think
Because
it
we weren't
was.
on the same team. We couldn't be friendly fire.
No. And so we were up in this little area, and he got me, and he didn't shoot me. He's like, "Babe, come here," and he just embraces me. Like, I think this is against
a
laser
romantic
tag.
kiss.
Yes, I think it's against laser tag rules because it's physical contact, but they let it slide. And he gives me this just great big passionate kiss, and then, pew, shoots me right in the back. Like, what the heck, man? Like, just Just
Apparently
lure me in with your beautiful blue eyes and romantic, swooping, just amazingness.
Suave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know it at the time, but I guess we were making content. Topic of conversation for this.
Yeah. So
That's really just our lives. It's like, we're just goofy and fun, and boy, you
I was
haven't
not
let that. You were not happy, and you still haven't really fully let it go. But I think it is funny, and it's a fun story that just kind of like
yes.
shows us like just how we are. Like,
Yes.
we can be goofy and rag on each other a little bit, but in a respectful way.
Absolutely. Well, and then turnabout's fair play, because he has to be like, that is going to be the rule. He has to be the protector, because again, most laser tag courses have black lights, and I am going to be all white. Like there's no hiding. There is no.
You come in a white wedding dress.
There's going to be no like blending in with anything, because I'm going to be sticking out like a sore thumb. So, it's going to be your turn to defend, and maybe I get
I'm
to
just
shoot
gonna have
you.
to run through the place with you over my shoulder, blasting.
Yeah, it could be fun.
You got my 6. You can
I
cover
do.
behind me and I can cover ahead.
Yeah,
You know,
It'll be fun.
We will have a good time. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about seeing some of the places that formed you into the person that you are. Like, you've got to see a lot of mine because
Yes.
born and raised in North Dakota. So,
Right.
and you got to experience some of that. So, I don't feel like it's unfair to me that I get to go to all these places with you.
Yes. I have
to
had.
kind of retrace your.
Yes, and bring you along in the adventures. And, you know, it's amazing how when you go on site, the memories that pop up. I go back to Arizona, or even when I go back to Idaho, it's amazing just the, oh my gosh, so this place reminded me of X, Y, and Z, and getting to share parts of my past, funny childhood stories. And yeah.
It's even like your, this morning at breakfast, your middle school crush, when Mark was talking about Craters of the Moon.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Just talking about, oh, yeah, my middle school. I used to write in my journal all the time. I
bet you
love
did.
Rory.
I bet you
Mrs.
did.
Rory. Yep. I wish that, so, you know, there was a flood in my mom's basement. And so there was a lot of like my childhood stuff that got destroyed. But I wish I could have found that journal because I was very passionate. That was when I was journaling pretty regularly. And that's when 9/11 happened, was when I had that journal. I was in the 7th grade. And yeah. Along with I'm Gonna Marry Rory, it was, you know.
Sorry, bro.
It was what I'm gonna do, and just the impact on, you know, a young person that 9/11 had. I had it written out like, I am gonna save the world someday, somehow. And, you know, it's kind of amazing the unity that can be brought in times of fear and unknown. And I mean, it was truly, it was an attack for sure. So
I mean, who says we won't?
maybe
Save
we
the
will.
world.
You know, you write it down in your journal in the 7th grade, and some of it might come true. I definitely didn't marry Rory, but
No, you did not. I think we can save the world, maybe just in our own way, maybe not the way that we thought we would when we were young like that.
for sure.
But yeah, I'm really
Ripple
excited.
effect, one person at a time. You
Gosh,
are
that
doing
means-
much better
That means
with
we're
your coffee.
almost probably done with this episode. I do like Irish coffees. I'm glad that we have them like once or twice a year.
For sure, it's not something I would
No,
drink every day.
I'm really excited to go back to old fashions. I mean, that's our drink.
That is our drink, for sure.
It's always been my drink.
You
for
know, it was
sure.
funny. The waitress today, the friend here in town that bought us shots was it was just Jameson Irish whiskey. I mean, it's St. Patrick's Day. You've got to have some Jameson,
Or
which
some
is why
sort
we
of Irish,
decided
yeah.
Bushmills for
Yep.
for these coffees, which it actually tastes really well.
The 10-year Bushmills is incredible. I really like it. I like the notes in it. I've used it in my whiskeys around the world tastings that I've done in the past with people, where we taste blind whiskey. Like, I'll tell them which, I think, region of the world it comes from, but I don't tell them which whiskey it is. The Jack Daniels always gets everybody. It's really fun to do that and have that experience where you're guided through a tasting.
Yes,
So
Yes.
that's another story. Or that's another episode.
that's another episode.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, but for me, and I'm not a unicorn by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, having a shot of whiskey this morning, it's just, there's a good flavor to it, and the waitress was just like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you like that?"
It's 9 a.m.
Oh yeah, it's whiskey.
Welcome to the Wild Wild West.
Welcome to the JK LOL Storytime podcast.
I think we held it together pretty good today.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely totally okay.
Feeling great. Did you eat your scone yet?
I have not eaten my scone yet. We stopped at a local bakery this morning and got some scones, and John's making corned beef and cabbage
Tonight, yes.
tonight for supper.
We had our cheat day because we were trying to be better about eating so I can look better in my suit.
Yes.
It worked out yesterday.
Well, I mean, there's just a certain element of, I would hate to, you know, be having and making all of these memories and then look back and, I mean, just, I don't have to be supermodel by any stretch of the imagination.
Hold on, folks.
but-
I got something to tell you. We are not models.
What?
What? We are your average people that live right down the street from you that just found ourselves in a very irregular situation that decided to go on the road and get married 9 times. So we struggle with everything that you struggle with in your relationships or in your own personal life. We're not special. We're not.
No.
I mean, maybe the only thing is that we're kind of funny and outgoing, but that's our personality, and it's not better or worse than anybody else's. We're all put here on purpose for a purpose.
Absolutely.
And ours apparently is being ridiculous on the internet.
We're setting off that way for sure. But,
Or drinking coffee, I'm not sure.
you know, we've got a lot of gifts apparently. Drinking coffee, drinking whiskey
We
at
do.
9 in the morning. Only on
We're-
St. Patty's Day though.
But you are incredibly attractive, and
Thank you, honey.
at least to me. So
So are you.
thanks.
But that's, I guess, the beauty of when you find your person. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you.
I was a lot thinner when she met me because I was out running around on hot dog carts and.
As
But
was I.
I think there's something to be said about that. You always remember that version of your partner, right?
Sure.
When you have that first, like, very, I don't know what the word is, but intense, like, realization that this is, and connection that this is your person, like, you'll always see them that way. Kind of like how seeing yourself in the mirror in photos, like, oh, that's really what I look like. You remember yourself in a better
Sure.
shape or a better.
I choose to remember myself at 22 always.
Your brain protects you. Your brain protects you.
It
But
does.
you know, I do see you still the same way when I first realized I loved you. So,
I see you that way too. And I guess it's
I mean, you'll
It's
see
not
the
a
gray,
trick, yeah.
but you don't see, like. I mean, I was up hustling 12 hours a day in a hot dog cart, sweating it out.
yeah.
So I'm a little far insulated now with my winter weight. So
Hey, you know, in North Dakota, you kind of have to. Like, women don't really shave their legs because you got to stay warm underneath those breeches, and
I don't shave my chest.
you don't. Yeah, you've never done that.
I've waxed my back. That's a whole story.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're close on time there, sweetheart.
We are. So
So we
that is, I think, Arizona.
Arizona. We shared one of John's famous Irish coffees. At least in my home, it's famous. We only get them very rarely. I think it's been 2 or 3 years since we last had one.
I mean, we can have them whenever you want, but just old fashions, beer, everything but Irish coffee is kind of my jam. But I mean, it's kind of a morning thing, right?
Sure.
So it's when we have brunch, and I make terrible hollandaise sauce in the sous vide.
We try. Apparently, the blender is the way to go. So we'll try.
So
that
I've heard,
next.
yeah. So I've heard. We'll report back of using Vitamix, because you can make soup in a Vitamix from
you
raw things, and the friction of the blade spinning so fast will actually cook the soup.
Gotcha.
You can do it with simple syrup. You can do it with a whole bunch of things. So
Cool. I love it.
Grandma Maggie was onto something. She had a Vitamix. So
There you go. If
I have
Grandma
two.
Maggie had one, then
I have
gotta
two
be
because
good.
I'm crazy.
all right.
But we're
well,
super excited to go to Phoenix and see Gail. I'm excited. You said I was going to have to meet Gail before the wedding, so I guess I will still, technically. But that's it. So I think until next time,
cheers, and we'll see you.
we'll see you for episode 6. Hopefully it's better. I feel like we're getting better.
I feel maybe a little less rambly. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like we continue on our. You let us know back in the comments what you like, what you don't like. Be kind. Always, not just us, but to everybody you meet.
And thanks for sharing the love with us, and continue to go out there and just share it with others.
Yeah.
That's our signing off. That should be our signature.
Yes. Until next time.
Until next
JK LOL Storytime. Thank you, regulars.